Welcome to Miami Verse 2025. And I'm here today with one of our guest speakers, Philip. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Ruth.
So, Philip, why don't you tell a little bit about what company you're working with and what we're speaking about here today at the Miami Verse?
Sure. I work with Aquila, which is one of the three, and also with Siemens too, and
Wow,
Digital
two.
Twins.
And
Yes.
so three
Yeah, and I also work with NVIDIA too.
and video four. So those are about four of our sponsors, right?
Yes,
So tell me a little bit about each one of them and what you do with them.
sure. So I'm the former CEO for BCG Plintinian. I'm also the founder. I started their technology execution group. They used to be Boston Consulting Group is a strategy firm. I actually got them into technology execution. So what I'm doing here today is we're migrating from Web 2 to Web 3, and we're looking at leveraging digital twins to not only build and design, but to operate and maintain buildings. So basically you will operate the digital twin. It's a dynamic model, and you actually can run the whole building from your phone.
So, talking about digital twins and digital assets, do you believe the Miami verse to be a replica of South Florida?
I believe that it's the start.
It's the start.
Yes. So let's make things simple for the viewers. The Miami verse is just a digital representation. What you do need to do next is you need to take it to the practical level, where people use it for logistics, where people use it for shopping, where people use it for understanding evacuations, emergency, and weather events. So in other words, you use the 3D model for simulations and also for commerce.
So, let me ask you, so now that we're talking about the commerce and uh, a couple of the areas where it needs to be broadened and expanded on. So, where do you see the future of Miami along with the Miami verse and how you feel it should be implemented and how it will improve the South Florida community?
Yeah, so I think it's important to put it into concept. Right now, we're in a Web 2 environment. We're moving to a Web3 environment, which essentially is 3D and blockchain and decentralized. So that transition, the whole overall economy is around 20 trillion on a digital economy. Half of that is going to move to Web3, which is 3D. So basically, Miami should be representing the future. Right now, it's a smart city
Smart city.
and a lot of technology smart. We're going to move it towards a cognitive city. So you must say, what is a cognitive city?
Yes, please.
It's a thinking city
Thank you.
where you don't even have to ask for it. It does it for you. Just like an autonomous car, like a Tesla car, self-driving car. You're going to have a self-driving city. You're going to have self-driving buildings. You're going to have leveraging AI to automate all of this.
So now talking about AI, and a lot of people are still unfamiliar with it. And they're just even touching the surface of Chat GPT, I think 3.0. A lot of people don't understand there's four and other versions of it. How do you see, since Miami now is such a Latin American market, how do you see digital assets affecting the Latin American market into South Florida and how it also affects not only real estate, but the entertainment community, since now a lot of the entertainment industry is moving to the city of Miami?
Yeah. So just so you know, Central America and Latin America is actually ahead of the U.S.
Okay.
on leveraging digital
Well, I've
assets.
heard about El Salvador is
Yes.
way, way
Yes.
advanced.
So essentially, this is the future. The future is if you digitize the city and the buildings and the stores, you can actually, from your phone, go into the store and buy stuff through the blockchain. So my point is that's how you turn it into actually commerce and business. So they're just in the stage of just digitizing the city. They haven't even begun to do that. And then eventually you can leverage it for commerce, but also you can leverage it for entertainment. So to give you an example, I don't know if people like Fortnite, they've seen like basically concerts on Fortnite, which is
Yes.
basically in the metaverse. Now think about this in the Miami Stadium. You can actually, just like Zillow, where you go into the house, you can go into the stadium and sit on the 50-yard line and watch the game.
That's absolutely amazing.
So to give you the feel of that, as opposed to looking at it on the screen or looking at it on the web page. So my point is, this is really the point is that 3D is the more immersive web. And you're going to see all Web 2 move to Web 3. So the future for Miami by doing this Miami verse is a foundation for all those things to be built.
So, Philip, so how can we have people actually find out about you and even try and connect with you, um, and and really learn? You have a lot of information, especially the Miami verse. How can people contact you and find you
So my name is Philip Panaro, and I'm on LinkedIn.
on
And
LinkedIn?
I represent so many companies. I keep my old titles as former CEO and founder for BCG Plentinia. So, but my specialty right now is taking buildings and turning them from smart to cognitive and having the operations and maintenance run from the dynamic digital twin, which basically will save tons of energy costs and tons of manpower and position them not from the very first day, but over time, the building will learn and get better and smarter to be a cognitive building over time, which is a thinking building. That's the future.
So I'm so sorry that I missed out on your presentation, but this is a man to follow. He is innovative. He is bringing the future to South Florida through his consulting and his businesses. He is someone to follow. Thank you so much for enabling
for
me this
having me.
opportunity.
And thank you for talking about the future. Appreciate it.
And we'll be back.
Thank you.